Cool. Let's move on to the next one. You basically started 100 Days of Code a couple of days ago. I actually checked in on Twitter. I think it was last week. I was quite intrigued by it, maybe even thinking about joining the movement myself. So kind of wanted to see what specific things you were doing, and it was all gibberish to me. So talk us through. How's it been going?
Yeah, so it's been going well. So I actually just finished today's one now. I was from my lecture. So today was day 32. And so what I've been working through is a computer science class from Harvard University called Introduction to Computer Science, but more colloquially known as CS50. And it is the most popular class at Harvard. So it is the starting point for all Harvard graduates, all Harvard students who are starting computer science. So every famous name you can think of, including Mark Zuckerberg, has taken that course. And what's really amazing about the course is that not only is it done at Harvard itself, but it's completely open sourced and free to the entire internet. So you can go and sit in the class if you're actually at Harvard, or you can do it completely by correspondence because everything is open source, all web-based, all the tutorials and all the problem sets and everything is all online. And so I can sit here in Johannesburg and take the Harvard course of computer science, which is really cool. And from the course itself, it's lectured by a guy called David Milan, and he is an unbelievable lecturer, like really, really good. His way of kind of taking complex concepts and breaking them down into simple analogies that you can understand if you're outside of the coding world is fantastic, because the course is designed for people who are not only coders in their previous life but also are coming like me to it for the very first time. And so that kind of concept-based learning has been really cool. And so I'm 32 days in. I just finished lecture 5 today, which was on HTML and CSS. So moving away from C, which is the language I've been dealing with in the last little bit. And C is horrible. C is really, really tough to learn. So moving into HTML for this week, and then we're going into Python from next week. So really enjoying that course. And that's kind of my first step into this 100 days of code, just to kind of get some fundamentals going. I haven't been as good as I should be. Like I've missed 1 or 2 days in the last week or two, but I'm trying as best as I can to every single day get at least an hour of it in.
I find it amazing that this type of course is actually just offered for free to the world. I mean, what do you think is the reason for that? Are they kind of just giving a taster of what life is like at Harvard? Maybe trying to, is it kind of for a betterment of society as a whole? What do you think the reason is for having this free offering on basically a business that makes their money off of their course material, off of their lectures and all of that type of thing? Why are they doing this?
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of two things. I think the first thing is that this is definitely like an intro course. So the whole idea is to try and whet your appetite and kind of give you a taste of what the Harvard looks like, and then try to get you to sign up for their more advanced courses. So that's the first thing. But the second thing, which I think is more important, is that in this computer science community, what I'm learning as I'm starting to dig into some of the coding websites and some of the communities online, a lot of it has this kind of open source mentality. It's this idea that we want to share this with the world. We want everyone to be able to create. We want everyone to be able to have access to this information and this like documentation. And all of the stuff you could learn online by yourself anyway, right? All Harvard is doing is packaging it super well and making it like modularized and giving you problem sets to work on and projects to work on. The actual information is actually out there and democratized. So there is no reason for them to kind of hold on to that information. What they're doing by this is they're building an amazing brand for themselves, because this is known as like one of the key starting points if you want to learn to code. They've had some millions of students have gone through this course. And so from a branding perspective, it's fantastic for Harvard. And like the revenue they lose and people not paying for the course is potentially increased by the way that people think about Harvard as a brand. And also just this open source mentality it really champions computer science as a tool for solving problems. And the actual building blocks of those tools should be free to everybody, I think.
Fair enough. Absolutely makes sense.
Across the pond.